Good morning, Denfeld Hunters, and happy Monday, November 28th. I hope you had a great 4-day weekend and had some fun and found some rest along the way. And welcome back to a full 5-day school week. Please stand if you are able to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Just a reminder as we start our win announcements this week that we are moving by request. If you need help from a staff member, please communicate that with them, either in person or via their school email account. Make sure and do that at least a day in advance so you know where to show up. And make sure you show up where you're going before the start of WIN. And staff members will be responsible to mark your attendance accurately. If you are not requested to move, every WIN continues to be no move. It is an attendance check Monday. Remember, you will lose credit on your 9th unexcused absence in a class. They can also impact your hunter license privileges. With that in mind, please remember to log into Infinite Campus weekly to check your attendance from the previous week. If you see any yellow or red, it can and will impact your credit and school privileges, such as open lunch, dances, and home games. Only your teacher or a parent or guardian can excuse or correct an absence or a tardy. Keeping your attendance clean preserves your privileges and your credit. We have numerous options now to make up attendance recovery. You can do it after schools as usual, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 3:30 to 4:20. You can do it in the mornings now on Mondays and Fridays from 8 to 8:50, and you can do it on the weekends from 9 to 1 p.m., which gives you opportunity to make up multiple hours at one time. It is held in the Smartboard Lab. You must bring something to read, study, or work on because you can't use your phone during that time. Attendance recovery is for students who have unexcused class hours or unexcused tardies and need to make up time to be eligible for your hunter license and or to avoid an incomplete and credit loss in one or more of your classes. In a regular 50-minute session, you can make up one class period or up to 5 tardies. And this is not the same as DASH or ALC credit recovery, so make sure and come to the Smartboard so you get credit for being there. If you received an incomplete because of attendance on your quarter 1 report card, this week you will receive a message via email and in WIN about what you need to do in order to complete attendance recovery. This message will also be mailed to your home. If you have any questions about an incomplete or the attendance recovery process, you can contact Ms. Jarvis at the email on the screen. The deadline for completing attendance recovery for quarter 1 incompletes is Friday, January 20th, which is the last day of the first semester. The deadline to complete attendance recovery for spring 22 incompletes is Thursday, December 21st. This is a final opportunity to recover those spring 22 semester incompletes, so don't pass up that opportunity if you got an incomplete last spring. All things final exams for the first time since January of 2020. When seniors were freshmen, we will be taking final exams again at the end of this semester. It can be a summative test, which means it measures everything you've learned during the semester, or it could be a unit test, a paper, or a project. It's all determined by your teacher. Every teacher is required to give a final exam as defined above. If you do not complete a final exam, you will receive an incomplete on your report card that will be subject to change when the final exam is completed. Unless it never is, then the incomplete will stand on your transcript as well. Remember, your quarter 1 and quarter 2 grades are each worth 43% of your final semester grade. The final 14% is comprised of the 14% from the final exam. The daily schedule will be adjusted and will be shared this week. You will have class periods of 95 minutes. You will have a lunch that is 50 minutes, and everyone will be eligible to go outside unless your parent or guardian does not permit that. So look for that schedule to come out later this week. Reminder that school starts at 9 o'clock. Be here by 8:55, no later, so you can prevent interruptions to learning. Anytime you go anywhere in the building, you need to use a digital hall pass. Remember that there are less than 5 students that have actual approval to use the elevator, so please make sure it stays available for them when they need it. And remember, when you're coming to school late and or leaving early, to check in and out using the Chromebook or the QR code in the main entryway, and the only person that can allow you to leave early. If it's not a school activity, it would be a parent or guardian. Thanks again for helping to push your chairs in. I see more and more students who are pushing chairs in and or putting chairs back where they borrowed them from, and it is a huge help. I can't tell you how much of a difference it makes when students police their own chairs and help us push them in and replace them. So keep it up. Just a reminder that you have 24 hours to get an absence excuse from school, and that can be done via a signed and dated note. It can be done via the online Google form, and it can be done via phone call, and that includes even you 18-year-olds who cannot excuse yourself, with very few exceptions. Another reminder, since the weather is turning cold, that the Hunter Hut is available to any student who needs some clothing, winter wear, hygiene products, or food items. Stop by the student support desk to make an appointment to visit the Hunter Hut. The home opener for the boys basketball game is this Thursday, December 1st. If you plan to attend the home basketball games this year, you will need to be sure you meet your Hunter's license responsibilities. To maintain your privilege to attend home games, you will need to meet the following responsibilities. From November 21st to November 30th, you must be passing all your classes when grades are checked on November 30th, no more than 2 unexcused class periods, no more than 3 unexcused tardies, and no more than 1 major or 2 minor behavior referrals with no out-of-school suspension time. If you meet your responsibilities and are planning to go to the game, you will be able to get your home game pass sticker from the student support desk on December 1st during WIN, lunch, or after school. Wait to be called down during WIN. For juniors and seniors who have open lunch contract, here is a reminder about your responsibilities for maintaining your open lunch privilege. For the month of November, you must have an open lunch contract that's signed by you and your parent or guardian that's turned in. You must be passing all your classes as of November 30th, no more than 3 unexcused class periods, no more than 4 unexcused tardies, and no more than 2 major and or 4 minor behavior referrals with no out-of-school suspension time. Qualifying seniors will get their December open lunch stickers during WIN on Thursday, December 1st. Qualifying juniors will get their stickers during WIN on Friday, December 2nd. Check your attendance and grades and know where you stand now so you get things cleaned up before, and don't lose your privileges in the meantime. Reminder to all Denfeld students that Denfeld partners with a variety of outside agencies to support your mental, chemical health, as well as conflict. We work with Nystrom's and Associates, Human Development Center in Fond du Lac on mental health. We work with the Center for Alcohol and Drug Treatment with chemical health, and we work with the Conflict Resolution Center. Should you ever have a conflict that you'd like some help with, we can get you some conflict coaching and get you in touch with a trained mediator. All of those services are available to you, hunters. Just contact your counselor or social worker for a referral to any of them. Cookie Club is back during lunch. They are selling cookies Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays for 50 cents a piece. Look for them at the top of the ramp in the Commons and enjoy some fresh baked cookies. There's an opportunity for interested Denfeld students to participate in the 2023 Brave Art Youth Exhibition. It's called Healing Through Community. So they're looking for art. The deadline is December 27th by 11:59 p.m. The annual 2023 Brave Art Youth Exhibition is accepting applications for art. This year's theme is Healing Through Community. The Brave Art Exhibition showcases creative and thoughtful 2D and 3D art created by Duluth's 5th through 24-year-olds who want to share what being brave means to them. If you're a minor, you need to have parent or guardian permission to participate. Just a reminder that we have various clubs meeting now: Pokemon, Key Club, Mental Wellness Club, the Morrow Thieves Book Club, the Art Club, the So What Club, and coming down the home stretch is the Write a Novel in the Month of January Club, which meets every morning in November at 7:45. So check out those opportunities and participate. The SOAR store is open this week on Tuesday and Thursday during both lunches. Bring your SOAR cards and spend them like you earned them. The Denfeld School store is also open weekly on Wednesdays and Fridays during both lunches. Come check it out in the West Commons and get some cool Denfeld merch. That is a cash-only transaction. Some acknowledgments, hunters. Congratulations to new members of Upward Bound St. Scholastica. 13 Denfeld High School students were accepted into the College of St. Scholastica Upward Bound program on November 16th. In addition to meeting academic requirements, Upward Bound participants must demonstrate qualities of leadership, good character, and a strong commitment to a post-secondary education. New Upward Bound members are chosen using input from personal interviews, letters of recommendation, academic records, extracurricular resumes, and reflection statements. Selection into Upward Bound in and of itself is a great accomplishment. The program would like to thank everyone who took the time and effort to apply. If you are someone who was not accepted this year, please consider reapplying next year. Upward Bound would like to congratulate the following students on their entrance into the program: Emily Buchanan, Oriana Durham, Kayla Frankie, Gary Hendrickson, Kaylee Knutson, Bailey McCauley, Kawan Miller, Gabriel Mooney, Trinity Nordberg, R2 Perry, Hayden Schotbeyer, Brooke Thompson, and Julia Tucker. Again, congratulations and have a great school year. The Denfeld girls soccer team was awarded the Lake Superior Soccer Referee Association 2022 Team Sportsmanship Award. One of our senior captains, Ella Backstrom, was also chosen for the LSSRA 2022 Fair Play Scholarship, which is awarded to an athlete who demonstrates respect for opponents, referees, coaches, etc. Ella will receive a $1,000 to aid her with her post-secondary tuition. Congratulations to the Denfeld girls soccer and Ella Backstrom for representing our school exceptionally well and being recognized by our local referees. Also, a shout out to all the students who put time, effort, and energy into making the Denfeld clubs and activities float for the Christmas City of the North Parade. The 8-foot by 2-foot clock tower centerpiece was a collaboration between exec members who designed, painted, and assembled the pieces and manufacturing students who cut the pieces out. Special shout out goes to Peter Smith for the hours spent on the project. Way to go, Hunters, and way to represent us in the classic winter parade. Looking at the schedule this week, Hunters, there are a few things that stick out. First of all, we have an assembly tomorrow morning. So we're going to be following an AM assembly schedule, which I'm going to share with you. Also note that our winter sports season is really starting to pick up some steam with basketball and hockey games across the schedule. So find a way to get involved and participate, if not as an athlete or activity participant, as a sports fan. We also have debate and dance kicking off as well. So good luck to all our Hunters out there competing, and please represent us well. Speaking of the assembly schedule for tomorrow morning means that we will have shortened period 1 and 2 classes. First hour will meet from 9 to 9:39, period 2 from 9:44 to 10:23, and then the assembly will be from 10:28 to 11:16. What's the assembly about, you ask? Well, the assembly is Frank Montano, who is a Red Cliff tribal member who is very well known in our area, and he does traditional dance, flute playing, storytelling, and teaching. He will be performing both here and at East High School tomorrow. You can see the assembly seating on the right side of the screen. So make sure and locate where your win is and make sure and sit with your win tomorrow so that attendance may be taken. Some other considerations, Hunters, before this assembly: make sure and use the restroom before the assembly so that you don't interrupt the performance. 2, sit in your assigned win. 3, make sure your attention is given to the performer on stage, so keep your phones away and no side conversations, and applaud appropriately. This is a huge opportunity for us to see a local legend and performer, so let's show our respect for him. At the end of WIN, you'll receive the first weekly WIN 5 Google Form quiz. These are the 5 most important things to know about the week ahead. Answer the weekly WIN 5 with the correct answers, and you'll be entered into our weekly prize drawing for a $5 gift card. Everyone who submits the Google form each week will receive a SOAR card as a thank you. Our Hall of Fame highlight this week is Armand Hauge from the class of 1946. He was born in 26, graduated from Denfeld in 1946, and went to work at Ryland Ford, which was a local Ford dealership in Lincoln Park. He was a dedicated mechanic, retiring from Ryland Ford in 1989. He amassed a fortune by being a diligent saver and a hard worker through his employment as a mechanic. He taught himself to live on half a paycheck and save the rest, which led to his investments. Education was also an important part of Armand's life. He was focused on giving back to his alma mater and helping kids who could not otherwise afford to attend school, since he did not have the kids of his own. Following his death in 2006, Armand donated $3.2 million to supply scholarships for Denfeld students to continue on to post-secondary school after high school. The question for you, hunters, is how high will you soar? For our check-in circles this week, just some reminders. Speak when you have the talking piece, listen when you don't. Speak from your own point of view. Listen to understand others. Speak with respect. Say just enough. Remain present while you're in circle, and honor privacy. What is said in circle stays in circle. The prompts this week are: Pass 1, what flavor of ice cream best describes your Monday morning and why? And Pass 2, what are you most looking forward to this week? Are there any challenges you are anticipating? That's all we have from this side of the screen, hunters. Have a wonderful week.